Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house, and we've got Leacher in the house, nice and early there. Let's tear it up, people. Absolutely, and I like the Rockets there. It's going to be an absolute blast in the next 2 years. So enjoy. And of course, if you're new to the channels, don't forget to subscribe. We're streaming on 3 YouTube channels: the Kryptonite Show, Superman Crypto, and Pulsechain X, and also streaming live on X as well. So that's pretty good. All right, so we're going to get into the stock market news for Monday. We're going to give a brief update about the Iranian war/conflict, and then we're going to get into the crypto majors. We've got an update for Bitmine Immersion and the number one digital asset treasury for Ethereum. Tom Lee leading the way there. Some big numbers still coming through there. Then we're going to get to the Monster Thread. The Monster Thread, the main topic for today, 1 year celebration. Isn't that incredible? 1 year of the hottest Pulsechain news every single week. The Monster Thread comes out and highlights all the amazing things that people in the community are doing and all the top tier DeFi teams as well. So it's a very, very, very cool weekly newsletter. Reaching about 35 to 50,000 people a week. It's pretty awesome during a bear market. Imagine what a bull market would look like. I know the editor-in-chief, Envious Crypto, enjoys it and has a great time. And of course, it is a fine and dandy publication of the Kryptonite Show getting out there as well. So very, very cool. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. We're going to highlight some of the teams that are in the Monster Thread as well this week, since it's a very special 1 year celebration, 52 weeks of Monster Thread. And then we're going to finish off probably with the markets and see how Pulsechain's going in the top 100. So how about that? That sounds like a bit of a great lineup to me. We got Craig in the house as well. Morning all, Craig. Welcome to the show. So without further ado, let's get into the stock market news and see how things went for Monday. Well. Let's see. Well, we got, U.S. stock futures subdued. Well, they're actually up now, aren't they? They've turned green for tomorrow. So hopefully they hold up for later today when Tuesday opens up. But Monday's results are as follows. The Dow Jones down 1.1%, 557 points to 48,940. 41 there. We've got the S&P 500 down 0.4%, 29 points, 7,200. And the NASDAQ down 0.2%. Down 46 points to 25,067. But if we have a look at the yearly charts, they're essentially all just off the top of all-time highs there. And what an aggressive V recovery that was. Absolutely exciting. And the PE ratios still pretty friendly, still non-bubble. No bubble at the moment. So onwards and upwards for the future. So that's kind of where we are with the stocks there. Obviously, there was a little bit of the Iranian government came out with stuff about one ship being hit with 2 missiles, I think. The U.S. government, U.S. military said that was fake news from CENTCOM. So they have destroyed a few boats, though, that tried to stop some of these ships going through. As you guys know, the Freedom Project has started in the Strait of Hormuz, and the United States Navy is, chaperoning the ships through. And a couple have already gone through, and they're lining them up for the nightly transit, I guess. So pretty cool. That's kind of where we are right now. So that false threat there, obviously they were targeting some things. They pretty much got stopped. However, the oil port in the United Arab Emirates did get hit and set ablaze there to some degree. So that did occur. The attacks threatened to upset the already tenuous ceasefire between the US and Iran. And that's pretty much where it is. So Trump there is opening up the strait slowly and surely. And is using a lot of Navy assets to do that, and Air Force, obviously, to open up that, to get that flowing while the Iranians are still facing the blockade. And so Iranian they're getting in trouble soon because they'll have to shut down their pipelines and their pumps, and because their storage is getting full, right? So they are being squeezed. Trump is playing the master game right now, and they are under a lot of pressure. That's why they are lashing out. The other thing, of course, is they keep sending these false deals to Trump, right? These false things. Oh, yeah, we're going to, every time they add something new. But, of course, Trump's not falling for that, and they already know how the Iranians go. They pretend that they send some moderates, but they're not really moderates, and et cetera, et cetera. You guys know the game. But Trump, meanwhile, is still pursuing more pressure, and really going to start hurting them with the economy soon. The other thing is probably behind the scenes that they're probably working on the resistance movements in Iran, and of course that way, if you're fighting a battle on two fronts, it's a very difficult thing to do, and no doubt the CI and everyone else is working on that. All right, so that's kind of where we are with the old markets there. Obviously, we're in earnings season as well. So we've got major earnings seasons due on Tuesday, including a video. So we've got Mag7 again, Advanced Micro Devices, and of course Shopify, along with a few others. So keep a lookout for that, guys. We're also going to have Strategies Quarterly. That's Michael Saylor's Strategies Quarterly there, coming up as well on the 5th. So there we go. It's going to be a busy, busy time. All right, let's move on and let's look at the crypto markets overall. Man, we saw some really big. I don't know, it was crazy last night on the crypto markets. We got market cap at 2.742 trillion right now. Sees it's flat there, but I'm not sure if that percentage is correct. We got Bitcoin at the moment at 80,421, up 0.7%, pretty nice. But here's the key number: it's up 4.3% for the week, so that's a real nice move there. Ethereum there up 0.4%, $2,368, up 3% for the week. Liking those weekly numbers there. Number 4 is XRP, down 0.5% at $1.40. Flat for the week. BNB up 0.2% at $625, down 0.1% for the week. Solana down 0.5% at $84.56, up only 0.1% for the week. Tron up 0.9%, 5% for the week at 34 cents. Number 10 is Dogecoin, down 0.8% today, but still up 12%. And of course, we're expecting X Money to launch, aren't we, this week? Public launch, it's supposed to be. So we'll keep a lookout for that. So, exciting times. Now, we're expecting Bitcoin and Ethereum to be the major plays, right? Because that's where most of the money is going to come in, guys. That's where most of the money is going to come in. So there we go. All right, so let's jump over to the Bitcoin. And actually, we're going to do the top 100, aren't we? That's right. Let's do the top 100 in 24 hours. We've got Toncoin, Terra Luna Classic, Dash, World Liberty Financial, and Ondo are the top 5, ranging from 27% down to 5%. On the weekly basis, we got Sky AI up 272%. Nice move there. Terra Luna Classic, Dash, Ton, and Zcash there as well. All the ways from 270% down to 20% there. Interesting to see Terra Luna Classic in the top, Dash and Zcash, OGs, right? OGs there. And then, of course, one of the more modern ones there, Telegram's Ton Chain, sitting at number 4. So interesting lineup there. Top gainers is Utya, Billions Network, and Dogs. They're all up quite nicely there, from 100% to 50%. And then trending overall is Toncoin there from Telegram, and Billions Network and Pudgy Penguins in there again. So Pudgy Penguins pretty popular based on CoinGecko trending. It's always there, right? Tom Lee's favorite, they say. Tom Lee's favorite. But let's zoom in on the actual Bitcoin itself. So this is the Coinbase price, right? So this Coinbase, and we can see we've actually got a nice little, these are the hourly candles. But look at this chaos in here. Look at this. So we got this big ramp up, right? This was yesterday when I was live streaming, right? Yeah, pretty much around live stream. We were watching it go over 80K while we're doing the live stream. And particularly, we had Sean talking about it. And here we go. We had this massive rally. We went from $78,283, essentially rallying all the way to $80,616. Then we were just tricking along here. We got down to 79,866. And then lo and behold, but look at the sell-off, violent sell-off here, all the way down to 78,173, even lower than where we started. I don't know if there was any particular news. I can't remember right now. Maybe it was Iranian stuff or something, or whether it was just market manipulation and exchanges liquidating all the people that went long, right? Probably the case there, probably the case. Then we crept along for a couple of hours around 80,000, 89,000, and then we pumped again. And there we go. What the hell? And then we're going long again, and now we're still back up at 80,388. So it looks like we have managed to stay around the $80,000 mark. And of course, we want to get over 82, right? 82 is where we want to go. So let's jump over into the 4-hourly chart. That's the 4-hourly chart there right now. So we're above that 50 moving average in yellow. But let's go to the daily. We're going longer time frames, and we're heading up towards the 200 moving average, which is at $82,084. Very bullish if we can get over there and defend that line for a while, right, or something like that. So very, very cool. We've got this uptrends continuing on the daily. Look at that. Woo! So the daily uptrend's been pretty solid all the way since the 29th of March. We are now up almost 24%, about $15,488. Can you believe it? 15,000. Let's just say $15,500 in 37 days, and that is 24% essentially. Pretty awesome. Well above the 200. Well above the 50 moving average, I should say, which is at 74,668, heading in the right direction there. We've got higher lows and higher highs. May it continue. Now, the thing is, we didn't get to stretch, right? So stretch is Michael Saylor's strategy. Preferred stock is called stretch. That is the one that's basically being offered to the money market, bond markets, and vampiring all that big market. That didn't get to $100 overnight. I was optimistic about it. I said Monday or Tuesday, but I was actually optimistic about Monday, given the fact that we're going up. Bitcoin was going up, and we got to, I think, $99.95. So I think we got about 5 cents short. So let's see what happens tonight. Let's see if we can get the ATM running tonight, which means that we've lost a day, which means we're down to, 4 days next week, 4 days this week, so 8 days. So if we start printing today, it will slowly ramp up. And let's see how it goes. 8 days of potential ramping. And we're expecting, particularly next week, some $1 billion days, right? And that could buy tens of thousands of Bitcoin, even at the current price of over 80K. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. And of course, the market's going to go crazy with that, guys, crazy with that. So that's what we're looking forward to coming up. All right. Hello, everybody. Everyone, no better time than now, since Executioner. Absolutely. And welcome to the chat there as well. All right, so that is Bitcoin. Now, obviously, there was no purchases. There was some money was raised. I think it was $82 million was raised with the common stock, MSDR, but no purchases this week, unlike previous weeks. So there we go, no dilution. So it looks like the strategy is going to be to basically buy all the Bitcoin up with MSDR, shave off some of the yield to pay out for the dividend, and accumulate all that Bitcoin inside the MSDR common stock. And that is going to be a free ride, baby, for those people holding the common stock MSDR, because they're going to increase their accretive satoshis per share. And that's what we saw. It got added. We got added to the dashboard on strategy site. So this is the game plan being revealed, and it's exciting. And of course, coming up in June, there's a vote at the moment on bi-monthly dividends, and that's going to go through. And of course, we'll see June, July there start to get bi-weekly. It's going to be crazy. Instead of having 10 to 12 days before we get to ATM, it could be 3 to 5 days. So exciting times, guys. Get on board. It's going to be good. All right. And we got a lot of innovative products on top of that, like Assist and Strive and everything else, SATA, everything else out there in the space. So it's a big space, guys. Get yourself understanding it and watch the money roll in. What's the money rolling from the debt markets to pump Bitcoin? Yeah, boy. All that cash is going to flush around, and it's going to help with altcoin season 2. So it's going to be full of fun. So there we are, Bitcoin on the move. We're at 80,523 as we speak. Looks like we're going to push higher today, guys. Look at that. Very cool. All right, so we've got ETH at the moment. ETH on the hourly there. You can see it had similar action that we saw in Bitcoin, and we're now up at 2,371. Of course, Ethereum has been suppressed for a long time. And so here we are at 2,000. You can see the 4-hour candles. So we're above the 50 moving average at 2,300. So we're on the move for the old Ethereum. Let's go to the daily chart for Ethereum. We are above the 50-day, not quite as strong relative to the averages as Bitcoin, as you can see. But I think we're getting ready for an explosive move. The 50-day is in yellow. That's at $2,260. We're currently pushing a little high here at 2,370. May this continue. We had a bit of resistance at, let's say, 2,425. Think if we can get over this mark, on we go. And of course, the 200 moving average is at 2,600. May it come true soon, and we can start to get this real breakout. Certainly, Tom Lee and Bitmine Immersion are helping push this higher. So let's see where that goes. So 2,600 at the moment on the daily to get over there, and it looks like we're pushing. We've had about 5-6 days of green candles. On the weekly chart, we've got the 200 moving average there in orange at 2,558. So between the daily average and the weekly averages there, we've got 2,550 to 2,600 as a cool target. And then above there, we've got the 50-week moving average at 2,748. So we've got quite a nice range there that we can try and push through. Definitely getting over 2750 is going to be a huge catalyst to the upside, right? Huge catalyst there. Let's go quickly to the monthly as well before we move on to Bitmine Immersion. We've got this big long-term suppression, right? This trend here, and we're looking to break that, right? Looking to break that out there, which is at 5,000, the magic number there, and all hell will break loose. I think if we do that, maybe not initially, but probably in a day or two after it gets there, and we could get some pretty exciting pump to the upside. Maybe not 260k, but let's go up to 22k, which is Tom Lee's number, and I think that's pretty exciting, right? So there is looking pretty good. That would get us back to 2021 percentage, which was about 9% of Bitcoin. So if we get to 22k, you divide that by 9% and get your Bitcoin prices, which is what, 250k or something. And the one big thing about that is we know with power law that the target for the end of the year is around about 200k plus or minus 20k. Does that sound good? 200k plus or minus 20k. Just think about that, plus or minus 20k. And then, of course, once we get up into that zone, guys, you just never know. A mega candle could come. It's $100,000 buy candle, a day. I mean, it could come. So keep a lookout for that. It could be pretty exciting. Anyway, we got Hexavator in the house as well. Hey, gang, great to see you, Hexavator. Welcome to the chat also. MVS Crypto there, the editor-in-chief of the Monster Threads in the house. A good time for that today since we're talking about the 1-year celebration. So congratulations to you, MVS, for all your work that you've done throughout the year. And, of course, also the promotional lead for the Crypto Night show. So big shout out there to Crypto MVS. If you guys want any help, hit him up. Hit up MVS on X or in Telegram, something like that, or in Discord. So he's always there to help. Hexecution out there. Hey. Yeah, hey, indeed. All right, so this is kind of where we are right now. So we're pushing high here. Let's see how we can get on. Now, on the monthly average is at, for 50 moving average for the monthly is at $2,481. So we're not far away from that either. That's going to be a very bullish catalyst also. So you can kind of see getting over this monthly moving average and also getting over 5K is going to be stupendous. And you guys are going to all cry because you're so wealthy after all that. But you're all probably in tears how much wealthier you are. Meanwhile, your blue collar friend that's lost his job due to AI is going to be coming over asking for a bit of a loan. How about that? There we go. We got Brian in the house. Hey, good to see Brian. Sup, folks? Great to see Brian in the house there. Big shout out to him, one of our moderators as well. All right, so that is Ethereum. Let's have a look at some of the catalysts while Bitmine Immersion's on the move, right? And Bitmine released its numbers for the week, and boy, are they good. So Bitmine provided its latest holdings update for May the 4th, $13.1 billion in total crypto. Now, obviously, this is going to completely change as Ethereum goes up. This will absolutely rally up there, but they now hold, get this, guys, 5,180,131 Ethereum is how much Bitmine Immersion now holds, guys. Remember, there's about 120.7 million, I think, something in that ballpark. And they have got this at $2,336, it says. And, of course, they also have 200 Bitcoin because Bitmine Immersion used to be a Bitcoin miner. They also have this mass adoption approach to mass adoption, which is a $200 million stake in Mr. Beast Industries. This money actually helped fund Mr. Beast's acquisition of a financial app or bank app called Leap, which they are building out, and they're still in that process. We got an update from Mr. Beast a couple of days ago saying that they're still putting the pieces of the puzzle together, but they're looking to be a mass adoption for finance and money and crypto. So that thing's all coming together there. Tom Lee working very close in with Beast Industries for global financial dominance there. So we've got at least two main methods at the moment. We got X Money. We've got Mr. Beast Industries, and I'm sure there'll be a good half a dozen that will be competing for mass adoption. And crypto is about to go ballistic for all of the retail in the world. So pretty crazy stuff there. 83 million stake in 8Co Holdings. Obviously, that gives access. That's Orbs. Gives access to OpenAI launches. Gives access to digital ID, etc. So there's lots of things tied into 8Co. And of course, they still have a cash balance of 700 million. Say what? Yeah, 700 million. So that is pretty crazy. In other words, they could buy a whole ton of Ethereum with that. So yeah, at least a couple 100,000 more Ethereum with the 700 million there. So that is kind of cool. So that is from Tom Lee. Let's go into the next one there. Tom Lee says, crypto spring in our view has commenced. So obviously the winter is gone. And like past cycles, investor sentiment and conviction are muted and bearish. Even as crypto price strengthens, we believe the potential passage or even failure of the Clarity Act confirms the arrival of crypto spring. Obviously, we've had progress with the Clarity Act. It does seem like it's moving forward. I suggest that it's got to get approved somewhere between the 11th of May and the 21st of May. So it's getting into the desperate phase now, but it does appear that it's been written up and getting out of the Senate. So the Senate's a banking committee there. Essentially, a deal was done with the banks, and that is that you can't just have stablecoins sitting there earning yield, but you can have stablecoin based on activity payments. So that's crypto is pretty innovative. So I'm sure there's going to be lots of ways of doing that. Transferring, staking, etc. Lots of things potentially for activity. So it's not the bank's got a midpoint, but anyway, it's still positive for innovation. As for the upcoming drivers of crypto gains, Ethereum continues to benefit from the dual tailwinds of Wall Street tokenization, obviously a key catalyst there on the blockchain, and from agentic AI systems increasingly needing public and neutral blockchains. That's from Tom Lee. Tom Lee also said Ethereum remains the most widely used and reliable smart contract blockchains of tokenization and well suited for the upcoming rise of agentic commerce. And increasingly, we believe ETH will be viewed as both a store of value and a unit of exchange. Now, just coming back to that agentic commerce, you're wondering what that sort of applications could be. Well, imagine an AI agent having a Ethereum account, for example, and them doing some service, getting paid to that account. That's ways of adding more activity on Ethereum and, of course, more commerce, right? So this is one way. Then you could have AI agent to AI agent paying each other for services rendered, etc. So you can sort of see where that all heads, and if it can scale hugely at scale because it's all digital, right? So you can have 1 million AI agents doing payments, and imagine them doing 1,000 payments a day. The numbers go up pretty insane, don't they? There we go. So some stuff there. This role for ETH has been arguably been demonstrated by its outperformance since Iran war commenced. ETH has outperformed the S&P 500 by 1,380 basis points since the war started and remains one of the top performing assets in the world besides crude oil prices, stated Lee. And you can see here is some of the moon math. You like moon math? Because I know people do. And you can see past rises 2017. It was a 227x for Ethereum. Boy, was that amazing watching that on the charts. And then in 2020 to 21, of course, when Hex was one of the top 5 coins, Ethereum did a 54x, which is pretty crazy as well. And of course, Hex doing a 10,000, right? So pretty awesome. Agentic AI tokenization, we're at 2,365. It's about right. Where will the chart go this time? And of course, Tom Lee is hyper bullish over the next 18 to 24 months and also hyper bullish about a 10-year longer cycle as well. So where will the price appreciation go for? At the moment, I think for at least the next 18 to 20 months, he's got a target of somewhere between 12 and 22K is probably reasonable to say. And then maybe further along, 60 to $250,000, right? So depending on how the network gets re-rated versus Bitcoin as well. But those are some of the numbers. If Bitcoin gets to $1 million and it gets re-rated at 25% rather than 9% like in 2021 as a percentage value, then you're looking at $250,000 Ethereum. That's kind of the logic there. All right, exciting times, guys. There we go. That is a very, very bullish chart. So we like that. We like those there. All right, so number 3, Ethereum remains the most widely used and reliable smart contract blockchains for tokenization, well suited for the upcoming rise of agentic commerce. And increasingly, we believe ETH will be viewed as the store of value and a unit of exchange. This role for ETH has arguably been demonstrated by its outperformance since the Iran war, etc. There, ETH has outperformed the S&P. So we talked about that. It's just a repeating. Now, let's go to this one here. We also talked about the Clarity Act here. I'm going to get into too much of that, but obviously Clarity Act percentage on the prediction market's gone up to close to 60%. So that is looking promising for May. Now, Ethereum obviously has bought another 101,000 ETH. That's 3 weeks in a row. They've bought 101,000 ETH. They've also been absorbing the ETH org cells as well, doing OTCs for buying that. And now they have also been started over the last week or two, really ramping up their ETH staking after a bit of a pause. And they now stand at the 3rd of May. Bitmain staked total ETH of 4.3 million worth $10 billion. So they've finally hit $10 billion of staked ETH. Amazing. So not only are they going to be the biggest ETH holder, but they're also the biggest ETH staker as well. Individual one, pretty crazy. And of course, the amount of annual revenue now is insane. It's absolutely insane. And that's annualized staking revenues are now at 297 million at the current price of Ethereum. So if Ethereum gets up to does 10x from here, you're talking about $3 billion of income. That's pretty insane, right? Pretty insane. And this 4.4 million ETH is over 84% of the 5.18 million ETH held by Bitmine. Key number there. Bitmine's own staking operations generated a 7-day yield of 2.91%. We've seen that rise a little bit up to close to 3%. We've seen, a couple 100,000 ETH actually exit the staking queue. So that's been in play, but we've got a record amount of ETH entering right now. Again, not record amount. We've got another high amount of ETH going back, and I can't remember the exact number. I think it's 3.5 million on ETH or something like that in the queue, some big number, and that's exciting. So, and of course, Bitmine Vision and a couple of other entities are driving that back up again. So there we go. Staked ETH there jumped big time. It was pretty much stuck at 3.3 million, and it's been jumping to 3.7 last week, and then now this week 4.3. So big jumps in the ETH staking over the last 2 weeks. All right, what else? And you can see the chart there about how much it's going to earn. People are going to price this in, man. People are going to price it up. And obviously, it's also tied to Ethereum. But look at that. So 86% staked, 297 million. Fully staked, 352 million. Once they reach their 5% alchemy, which is about 6 million ETH, and if that's all fully staked, you're up to 410 million at the current prices. So that's a massive earner with basically no debt as well. What a cash cow, man. Let's see what that gets valued at. But of course, Tom Lee is building a bigger picture with Mr. Beast Industries, with Orbs and everything else, OpenAI, all the other moonshots there are parts of the puzzle as he looks to bring not only finance and institutions to the blockchain, but also mass adoption as well. Finally, it is being set up for that plan to be executed. Crypto market, the retail book did their best, but now we've got the big players coming in to bring the serious game for mass adoption. So we're talking about a massive re-rate of Ethereum, and of course, Bitcoin is exciting. So Bitcoin is vampiring the debt markets. Ethereum is vampiring the finance markets and moving to mass adoption. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We've got Derek in the house. Hello, friends. Hey, welcome, Derek from Rhino 5. Big shout out to the team. Toxic Hedgehog in the house with the thumbs up. Nice one. Love that. Great to see Toxic back again. Like the Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys. All right, so weekly buys, and of course this is really important. This is what's helped turning the chart, one would argue. Now, a lot of this is done OTC, but there's got to be some pressure on the market as well. And the last 3 weeks, they've gone to 100,000 basically ETH buys and basically calling the bottom right in for the winter. And so we're now moving into spring, right? So that's kind of the logic there. Very, very exciting stuff. Finally, BMR traded daily volume at 625 million, so a bit lower than what we've seen recently, 800 million to $1 billion, but still ranked number 173 out of 5,700 US listed stocks. And that is pretty cool. They're ahead in volume, ahead of DoorDash, which is ranked 174. So still raising a lot of daily volume. And that dollar volume means that if they get a positive MNAV over 1, and that could be intraday MNAV, not just daily MNAV, arguably, then they can print the ATM by issuing common stock, which is BMNR, and raising capital that way. And we can see they're on $700 million this week. And of course, last week they jumped from what was about 750 to 1.1 billion or something like that. And they've obviously been spending some of that on buying ETH. So that is our update for Bitmine Immersion. So we got Game On, right? Game On. Isn't it fun? Oh, you guys got to be happy about that. That is very fun indeed. Now, that's going to get us to the main topic, which we're half an hour into the show, so it was pretty good timing. We're going to get into the Monster Thread. So the Monster Thread publication of the Crypto Night Show. MVS Crypto is our editor-in-chief at the Monster Thread. Does an amazing job of that every single week, 52 weeks in a row, that consistency. And of course, it's not just consistency, but excitement about Pulsechain, where Pulsechain is going. And of course, we've enjoyed producing that. Now, what else are we going to say? We cover all the best activities happening. So obviously, there's a big survey of everything that's going on in the Pulsechain community every single week. So we have a very good understanding of who's doing what and where and all that sort of stuff. And it is fun. And honestly, the community is just going. And we're in a bear market. So imagine a bull market. It's going to be even, I don't know, 5-10 times more busy. It's going to be huge. And it's exciting. But we also got a lot of the very top DeFi teams in the Monster Thread as well. These guys are really contributing to the tokenomics, to the value creation, to the innovation, and to the community spirit. A lot of these top DeFi teams are really exciting, and it's making Pulsechain a vibrant place as we look to find the bottom of the market and move higher. So it's pretty cool stuff. Let's get into it without further ado. Pulsechain weekly Monster Thread number 52. That's 52 weeks, which is very exciting. We got the title here: Richard's Teachings, Change Now documentary, giveaway frenzy, and more monster moves. So 1 year of Monster Thread giveaway frenzy. That is pretty exciting. Let's give that a clap because I think it's pretty awesome. We had a little magical twinkle jump in there too. All right, so there are two big giveaways. So if you like winning crypto, the Monster Thread this week's got two really tasty giveaways. Page 4, there's a giveaway, and then also page 6 is a giveaway. We're going to go through those as well while we're here. Now I'm going to post the link to the Monster Thread in the chat there. So it's perfect for you to catch up on all the hottest news over the last week, but also it's great for you to share around to new people to get them introduced to the Pulsechain community. So it's really good for that too. And let's post that in there, number 52. And I'm just going to post it in the chat there. Bam. And you can find it on the main profile on X as well. But that is the link to the Monster Thread number 52. We've got Sean O'Malley in the house there. Up only, baby. Up only indeed. And once again, that is the Monster Thread there. All right, so check out Emit and TruFarm for the best farming options. But before we move on, that's $400 worth of giveaways there. So we're going to get to that later on. Ready for your free weekly monster news? Well, the first story in the lineup, of course, is always Richard Hart, because he is the founder of Pulsechain. So that's always been the anchoring, is the visionary. It's great to have the visionary in there. And Richard here has got some teachings. He explains how crypto bridges work. All bridges are risk, and when done well, that risk appears to be far lower than centralized exchange risk. So a bit of a relativity there, and Richard there educating the community as he often does. So that's the link to the original post there that Richard Hart posted. So not bad. 52,000 views on that so far, and it got really big engagement as well. So that's from Richard. ZKX wallet. Now, Liberty Swap, I always call it the crack in the Pulsechain. This is kind of like our heavyweight, top tier developer team. They are building out an ecosystem like Pulsechain has never seen before. And they've officially released their ZKX wallet. So we now have another top tier wallet on Pulsechain. And I believe this week it's getting a big round of upgrades as well based on feedback from the community. I thought it was already pretty good, but they're now to take it really next level. And this team is doing amazing stuff. So the wallet itself offers full control, seamless DeFi, and real privacy. So the mixture of a normal wallet and privacy together is a game changer and at the frontier of DeFi. So congratulations to Liberty Swap and the ZK wallet. You guys can download it, check it out, and see what you think about that. We're also expecting their big yield product to be launched this week, apparently. I don't know when we'll get it, maybe the end of the week. But it's exciting stuff. There's going to be a big deal, this yield product. Looking forward to that as well. If you're a team out there, you may want to look at getting early adoption, especially if you've already got paired with Peacock, for example. Certainly do your due diligence, but certainly a big opportunity there to set the fee, and you receive 80% of the fee, as well as benefiting, I guess, from the Liberty Swap ecosystem. Wink, wink. The old bridge and everything else they got going on there. It is pretty cool. Change Now documentary. Crypto Coffee, congratulations. Crypto Coffee, arguably top influence in the Pulsechain on all measures. Congratulated Brother KG. Brother KG, of course, is the founder of Internet Money Wallet. And of course, he was starring in Change Now. Change Now, one of the big swapping sites in crypto, been around for many years. They've got 160,000 followers. And they just did a documentary on crypto called Beyond the Hype, Change Now documentary. And, Brother KG, the founder of Internet Money, was in that documentary, and it's very professionally shot, right? So Crypto Coffee covering that. You can see Beyond the Hype there. Look at that. Pretty cool. You can see KG in the mix with a lot of other people that were in the documentary. So very cool. Well done to him. I think that also deserves a bit of a clap. What do you guys reckon I do? I just think so. So pretty cool stuff happening there. Change Now also obviously had it on their official sites, and you can see that on Change Now there. Very cool. Pulsechain in Las Vegas. We had Wharf Daddy. It's a new face to me, but is spreading the word about DeFi PulseX, and prove it at the Tuscany Casino in Las Vegas. Let me know in the chat there if you've actually been there. But spreading the word at the free crypto education DeFi, and with the whole crypto family. What's it? Fish Shakedown Street. So let us know if you've been down there. And they got a few images. Look at that. Free doodle pads. Free doodle pads, and pretty cool. So that's pretty neat there. What else? Yeah, we got some scan here to share your doodle pad art and get a free crypto start pack. Wasn't that cool? Isn't that neat? People out there are always promoting out the Pulsechain. Very cool. Very much a marketplace. Look at that marketplace there. Very organic OGs, and there's a bit of a map there of the location. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Derek says, I was there last weekend. Wow, how about that? That's awesome. That's not often that we have people that have actually been there on that. So very cool stuff there from Don. And let's say keep up the great work. Keep up the great work, Don, covered on the live show. All right, very cool. I'm going to put the old PLS right for the win. Why not? I don't know why it comes out with different codes for that thing, but it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, so Derek says went to the Tuscany as well. Says Derek, nice work, nice. That's awesome. He's got a real market community vibe there, doesn't it? What? Fish at the share was sick. Fish at the share. I'm not quite sure what that is. You have to let me know. But Hexkin Fortnite Hangout, Captain RG3, well-known Pulsechain influencer, works at the Hive in California, dispatching iPads as well. Went live with the Wild SJ, one of our top female influencers, also works at the Hive in California, doing promo pads. Recently was at the Pulsechain reality show in El Salvador. She does get around. Oh, the Sphere. Oh, yeah, the big Sphere in Las Vegas. Yeah, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? I watched a little clip of that with the Backstreet Boys. Looked pretty cool. Now, Superman Meets DeFi. I guess that's me. That's Kryptonite Show went live with special guests Daniel, Neil, and Hexecutioner. Discussed the rise of True2X and TruFarms with a full breakdown highlighting over 415 billion pulse deposited in a little over 4 months. Now, if you haven't checked out that stream, it was awesome. I mean, this guy's amazing. And it was a fantastic show. You can watch that on the YouTube. But that's the show there. It's Daniel on the left, Execution on the right there, and Neil there. And Neil did a fantastic job of going through the True DeFi 2x pulse miners. The whole idea is you put pulse in, and over time with the investment funds and everything else that they've got going in the system, that you'll end up 2xing your pulse. So you're kind of getting a volume play. If pulse does a price reversal, you get volume and price appreciation. So that's kind of the whole play there. And of course, they're launching DeFi products and got an investment fund and everything else like that, doing high returns. So it was a great show. Definitely check out that. What else? We got Batias massive upgrade. Batias, of course, arguably our number one DEX aggregator, although it's getting competition, getting top competition from Switch and Liberty. Was it Liberty X and other players in this market? But certainly, Batias there announced all wallets, one swap hub now supports internet money. So there we go. So they're now supporting MetaMask, Internet Money, ZKX Wallet, Rabby. We got Trust Wallet, etc. Reown, Wallet Connect, all being able to connect to Batias version 2.20. And that's exciting, right? That's exciting. So very cool stuff there. And of course, app.batias is the DEX aggregator, goes through all the different pools as well. And you can get access there. But that is showing all the wallets that now connects. So really just getting bigger. Isn't Pulsechain evolving and growing and maturing? It might be in a long bear market. Was it 1,189 days since Pulsechain launched? But hey, look, we're getting some really top tier teams launching and expanding top tier quality DeFi on the Pulsechain, making it a very smooth experience. I super hopeful we see another 10,000x, says Leecher, like that. So that is from Petias, our top DEX aggregator, although facing competition now. That's all I'm going to say from these other players. We're at Hex Week updates. We got Ben Sierra. Ben Sierra is one of our quants. I call him the quant. Him and Hexfire, Crispy Man, both of them covered the deflation that's going on with HEX at the moment. Just in the last month, HEX gone deflationary there. So Ben Sierra finished off his March HEX report. I think there's like 5 parts of that, so you can go read that. Well, Crispy Man, who's also an influencer and has his own crypto, is dropped another HEX T-share report. So these two kind of our HEX quants covering HEX in detail. So if you want to really deep dive into HEX, these are the 2 guys to go to these days, right? I used to cover HEX a lot myself, not at this level in terms of analytical depth, but these 2 here are definitely the leaders in that space, and we just thank them a lot for all the work that they do, to Ben and Crispy Man. So check it out there. And HexFire does a weekly live stream on HEX T-shares as well, both Ethereum and Pulsechain. But HEX gone deflationary, guys, so kind of cool. We got 4,000 T-shirts now. Pulsechain store, one of our leading merch places, arguably maybe the biggest by far, is committed to giving out 4,000 free shirts in the month of May. Get yours now. They seem to have some big backer. I wonder who the big backer is. You can take some guesses, but they definitely got a big 4,000 free shirts on at the moment. Pretty exciting. Can't say much about that. So if you want to get some free merch, guys, they also partner up with a lot of the top DeFi teams on Pulsechain. I think Emit Farms got T-shirts and other projects. Pretty cool. So this made giving 4,000 free T-shirts. Awesome. And you can get Pulsechain, HEX, PulseX, and ProveX. So if you want to get one of those, definitely do that. Awesome stuff. So really nice happening things there. Look at that. Really awesome stuff. So that is from a Pulsechain store. Most underrated. Oh man, is this might be the 1 year celebration of the monster thread, but look how many top tier teams are doing top tier stuff right now that we're reporting on with the history. Is that insane or what? It is crazy, crazy, crazy. Look at these teams, man. Just top one. Let's go back up here a little bit more, just to showcase. We obviously do Richard Hart, but Liberty Swap, Change Now, Internet Money. What else here? We got True DeFi doing the managed funds approach things. That's something novel on Pulsechain at a big level. For over 415 billion pulse has been deposited through all sources. Batia's top DEX aggregator on the move, supporting all the wallets. It's Pulsechain store doing big things around the merch. Official ramp now, which is where we're up to. One of our top bridges, just like Liberty Swap. And they've asked the community, what's the most underrated ecosystem right now? Pulsechain, Monad, Tron, or Near, which is pretty awesome. So let's go quick like this. They got a poll on. Not sure if it's finished or not, but look at that. 18,500 views on that so far. Pretty cool. And you can sort of see they're putting Richard Hart there on the Pulsechain. They got the Monad, I guess, the founder there, Tron, almost the sun there, and Near as well. So that is pretty cool, most underrated. So not bad. I think people are commenting underneath that. Now, the big thing about Ramp now is that they're a big bridge, right? So on-off ramp to your own wallet. Now, apparently they've added just about every country in the world now. You can do fiat onboarding direct to Pulsechain. So if that's something you want to look at, check out Ramp now. They do have particular fees that are probably slightly higher than normal, but they do have a very global service and trusted by 80,000 customers there. The other big thing is they are building out a wallet on Pulsechain. So we're going to have a good number of top-tier wallets on Pulsechain, which is finally the case, right? Finally the case that we'll have these wallets, and we'll have at least 3 or 4 dedicated Pulsechain wallets, probably 4 by my count, that are kind of dedicated Pulsechain. And then, of course, the general crypto wallets out there that have various levels of support for Pulsechain. Obviously, a lot of people trying to get the OKX one, I think, to get proper support. So there we go. Not bad. That is official ramp now. Looking forward to their wallet coming soon. Zero Trust in Miami. Zero Trust, their open info system, is going to be representing IAM Zero Trust and Pulsechain at the consensus. And we've seen Zero Trust really step up, expand, haven't they? They've been everywhere, and they're in Miami this time. So we've got Las Vegas earlier. Now we've got Miami. It's all happening in the United States right now. Gabriel is heading to Consensus 2026. And, of course, we're seeing more people going to these conferences. We just had Maddie Allen and a few other community members go to the Bitcoin 2026 conference, had Michael Saylor there, and now we've got the consensus. We also saw Crypto Crazy from Liquid Loans going through different conferences as well. So it's great to see Pulsechain people going to these conferences and representing. And I think we've had a few little blowing up animated Pulsechain characters and stuff like that there as well. So pretty crazy. Miami is part of the Zero Trust Network media team on the ground, speaking with builders, founders, and those shaping the future blockchain. Isn't that awesome? So that is going on there too. So that is the 5th of May to 7th. So no doubt that's tomorrow into the weekend. Very cool. Consensus by CoinDesk. So Really great stuff there. Keep up the good work there. Zero Trust Network. Very cool. Privacy, sovereign, and verifiable systems, guardians of DeFi. That's from them. So good work there. Great work and covered on a live show. How about that? All right. Right, so that is very cool from the team. And what's next? Yeah, well, what next is what the hex? What the hex is next? DJ Cryptomatic. We've got about maybe 3 DJs at least on Pulsechain, particularly 2 that are very constant with their DJ. DJ Cryptomatic is massive in the space. He's also massive on Twitch as well. I think he got 250,000 views or viewers on his last stream or something. DJ Cryptomatic is doing huge stuff there. Obviously, he is a hexed themed DJ doing mix shows every week, and boy, is it quality! It is quality action there. I know that several members from our Discord have been following DJ Cryptomatic for a long time. And anyway, he also hosts a crypto show as well as doing the DJ stuff. He's hosted episode 164 of What the Hex with Papa B. Papa Boner there does a lot of the safety sort of advice into the Pulsechain there. And also Toby One there does a lot of TA as well. These are both influencers in the community. Featuring the full Noob Decentral. Noob Decentral, of course, is the one that did the Pulsechain reality show in El Salvador. So big shout out to him, and he was on the show. So if you want to check out, learn more about Noob Decentral and the reality TV for Pulsechain, go check out that stream there. But that was pretty cool. I think we got a little bit of a sneak peek here. Here's the DJ and work. Can you see that? I love that. Here they are together. So you got Papa B, Peter, and Toby Warren. But I think we're going to go scroll on here. They had a few other guests. Obviously, they had Noob Central. He's in the middle there. Not sure why he's wearing a ski mask, but he's there. They're all a bit crazy, aren't they, on that reality show? And then we got a Wild SJ. She was there too, and she's on the show as also. So they had quite the lineup there, didn't they? Oh, there we go. He's taking the headgear off there. Reveal there. Noob Central there, Eco Builder. So not bad. We've got Toby One up there too. Very cool. Peter as well. So great show there. Check it out and learn more about that there. Now, why Ethereum has bottomed Crypto 7, Chat 7. He's probably the largest Pulsechain influencer in the United Kingdom. And of course, he dropped a video discussing why ETH has bottomed and its impact on Pulsechain. So you can go check that out from Crypto 7. He's got the link there as well on YouTube. But let's just quickly have a look at that, shall we? YouTube link. And let's see himself. So there he is. That is Crypto 7. There we go. Great stuff there. There we go. So that is Crypto 7. And he is pushing out all the stuff, pushing out all the stuff there. What else we got going? We got UFO Turns 2. Obviously, one of our top tokens and top communities is the Grays currency, the PGC. They have a lot of big community, big influencer support. And it's the first DAO token on the chain. They just celebrated the second birthday for UFO, which is kind of the child of PGC. And that was pretty cool. So congratulations to them. Happy birthday as well. We're talking birthdays today. Monster Thread birthday, 1 year, and UFO 2 years there. Happy birthday to a second born Grays project. UFO officially turns 2. So there we go. What else there? Yeah, so they got giveaways as well. Grab 10 million UFO for just $53 and the price. So I guess not a giveaway, but the price there. Very cool on that one. So congratulations to them. Congrats. Like I said, happy birthday already. So I guess that's it. All right, so that's kind of cool. What else we got going? We got a few comments in the house as well. We've got Reynolds in the house there. Vets here. Hero Protocol. You're doing a great job. Thank you. I appreciate that. Big shout out to Vets and Hero. In fact, we'll be talking about you guys today. Congrats. That's one of our non-profits on Pulsechain. Doing great stuff there. What else we got here? All right, so kind of cool. We got some spam in there as well. So make sure you go there. What's this here? All right, so that's kind of cool. Let's get into vouchers. So vouchers getting boosted. So Vouch is our top Pulsechain validator and liquid staking provider. They have stakers got a boost with their larger percent of total system revenue directed to new stakers. So that was a pretty big deal, with one of our larger players. As promised, stakers got a boost today with a larger percent of the total system revenue. This rewards both VPulse and Vouch stakers. Even better than the Vouch you earn from staking VPulse can be claimed and moved to the Vouch staking pool to keep rewards flowing. So there we go. Big booster there. Congratulations to them. Also, Vouch staking also got an allocation amount increase. Staking Vouch will give you more Vouch, and you also get VPulse holder rewards. So there we go. that is from the team there. So congratulations to Vouch, our largest validator and public liquidation. It's a bit like Lido and Rocket Pool on Ethereum, but for Pulsechain. LPX, another big LP technology on Pulsechain, celebrated 10 months of LPX and a whopping 42.2 billion Pulsex burned as a byproduct. So congratulations to LPX there. Awesome stuff. 1.1 million trades, 10 months working flawlessly for LPX. And there we go. Doing some good stuff there. LPX is number one market maker on Pulsechain and just getting started. So some pretty awesome stuff there highlighted there. So you can check all that out. Tablets in Nebraska there. So we've got Joseph Fuel there. He's a member of the community, sends thanks to RH Griffin. RH Griffin, of course, is the nonprofit that's organizing all of these promo pads out of California at the Hive. And he says thanks for delivering a pallet of tablets to the state of Nebraska. And as we understand it, there are about 18 different hubs now in the United States, and I think about 6 hubs in Europe that are now have received pallets of promo pads, or at least a big batch of them, and are now distributing them to different areas in the United States and Europe, which is pretty cool. Games on Pulsechain, KC Crypto there, and Pew Pew, so that's Fire Kyle. I had him on the show the other day talking about his Morbius platform, and of course, poker is now, you can play poker in Pulsechain. It looks amazing. He's done a great job with that. And Pew Pew as well. Pew Pew, their founder of Pew Pew Software there, showcased new games on Pulsechain with Pew Pew American Muscle Racing and Morbius multiplayer poker, blackjack, and plinko. So congratulations to those guys. Awesome stuff there. Honorable mentions. We always have honorable mentions. Not quite news, but pretty amazing stuff from the community. Well, we got crypto graphics there for the founder and big influencer in Pulsechain too. He does the Taurus and Unity product. He just submitted his SSRN paper, has been officially submitted for review. So congratulations to crypto graphics there. So awesome stuff. And Humpback Holder, thinking of starting a UK Pulsechain meetup this year. Who's in? So that's from Humpback Holder, another big community member there. And a lot of people will know him, Trench Warrior for crypto since 2018. And he's put that request out there. So if you guys want to have a meetup in the UK, there's definitely a lot of Pulsekins and Xkins in the UK. So maybe Fat Sammy will be participating as well. Another Pulsechain influencer there. Very cool. All right. Also, we had 7 Crypto. Now, thanks to the community for feedback on the new Hex Stake Analyzer. And of course, his analyzer has been pretty popular there. And he just did a breakdown that we covered yesterday, didn't he? Around the blockchain, I think, Pulsechain blockchain blocks and the issue that we had there, and saying that the blockchain was working very well on Pulsechain as expected. Suzanne Hexkin, another big female influencer in the Pulsechain community, says, happy weekend and enjoy every minute. Much love and positive energy to all of you. So there we go. A bit of love and support there from Suzanne, living an amazing life there in a bit of a wonderland as well. So awesome stuff there out in the country. So not bad. Can't beat those lifestyle blocks. Now, we also got top tier DeFi. So that was all the news for the week. And how much awesome was that? I mean, we had big teams doing things, people doing amazing things. It really is great. Well, we've also got top tier DeFis on Pulsechain. Now, a lot of these teams are absolutely crushing on Pulsechain. They are making Pulsechain so much fun. I've heard a lot of people recently start saying, I feel like a bit of a sentiment change. I feel like DeFi is really lifting, picking up. And while these teams in this list are just a huge contribution to that, showing great leadership, great innovation, and the communities are growing really, really well. So we've got Emit Farm, of course. We've got Switch.win there. So remember, Switch don't swap. Now, Emit Farm, their biggest farm on Pulsechain there. We've got TruDeFi with the True2x product, 2x your Pulse. TruFarms, another high APR farm there. And they've got a special giveaway, which we're going to talk about. I think it's $250. And then we've got $250. So you don't want to miss that one. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Heartwood Dog. We are so lucky, aren't we? Spoiled to have our own anime series in Pulsechain. I mean, what other crypto has that? And it's absolutely amazing. So Alex Becker looks like going to be a new character coming to season 2 of Heartwood Dog. And of course, they are getting ready to release all the beginning of the season 2. They've had quite a nice lot of teasers, but it's getting pretty close, guys. Getting pretty close indeed. ZK Pulse there, another farm, another innovative DeFi product from Kairos of Emit Farms, and earning ProveX, which is Richard Hart's latest technology, peer-to-peer technology with ZKP. And there's a big giveaway there too, $150. So $400 of giveaways between TruDeFi and ZKP on Pulse. So we're going to check that out too. Hero, of course, our non-profit. We had Hero in the house here just before. So very cool to have you there, and helps veterans and first responders. So every quarter they take some of the profits there, and they find veterans and first responders to benefit from that. So pretty cool to have a 501c3 on Pulsechain. So Hero and Vets doing that. Finally, we got Peerless Start from Frank White. Everyone knows Frank White, of course, and he's got the biggest Pulsechain map out there. And so we just covered that the other day. So we're going to check that out too. Very, very exciting stuff. So here are some of the images on the news. Obviously, we had the Pulsechain store there. We've obviously got people giving out iPads, pretty neat. We've got all the crew there on the What the Heck show. Big shout out to DJ Cryptomatic. And then, of course, the big documentary with KG sitting there with his finely groomed beard there. There we go. There's KG. So let's check out some of the DeFi projects that are showcased in the Monster thread. So we got Emit Farm, of course. Emit Farm there. Just this week, they decided to showcase their strategy. So if you're not quite sure how to use a farm, you want to get high DeFi yield. Well, Emit Farm's been on Pulsechain for over a year offering high DeFi yield. Kairos is one of the key players in DeFi on Pulsechain. He is a mover and a shaker, an innovator and a baker. A baker there, I don't know, just made that up. But Kairos is on the move, that's for sure. So you can, the strategy 101 strategy that a lot of people are using is stake smart, earn eDai, and VEmit. And then, of course, you'll have zero impermanent loss. That's what LIL means. And, of course, a compound like a boss. So compounding a big key there. So this is the strategy. Stake half your Emit into single-sided staking. So that's where you've just got, you buy Emit and you just put it into single-sided staking. You don't have to provide liquidity or anything like that. You will earn eDai. So you're earning a stable coin. It's a DAI from Ethereum that's been bridged over to Pulsechain. You can mint some VEmit voting power as well. So you can get into the down and vote on propositions. And, of course, no impermanent loss in this regard. Obviously, you've always got price risk, but not relativity risk there between pools. But there is also, you can drop the other half of your, let's say your budget into the Emit farm. So I don't know what your budget might be. Let's say it's 2,000 just for argument. You could put 1,000 to buy Emit and stake it, or you could and then put 1,000 in the pools there as well. So print even more Emit, supercharge Emit liquidity webs. Obviously, you're building up the public good, and also there's lots of farm options. I mean, a lot of the top tier teams are in the quality farm options there. You can have, you might have tokens and all sorts of things. You're likely to find a farm on Emit farm. So basically, you're going to earn daily eDai and Emit rewards. So that's your reward there, and they call it endless compounding into your favorite players. So you can keep compounding there. Just as in farming, is how you stack generational wealth on Pulsechain. Now, single-sided staking is powered by a 4% transaction fee there. The current staking for single-sided staking, that's SSS, is 115%. Not bad, eh? Not bad. 258 unique farmers already cashed in, averaging $482 in eDai per user. Total eDai distributed just over a year now is $125,000 pretty much. And just over a year, pretty awesome stuff. And their core farms, so they have lots of different farms, but their core farms with Emit, the top paired with them, with Pulse and DAI and Ink and stuff. So all the Richard Hart cores ranging from 116% all the way up to 135%. Pretty awesome. So some nice high APRs there. Now, they've had some pretty awesome reviews, and I couldn't stop laughing. But Woogie, Joshua Wu there, I think dropped an absolute perler doing a review of Emit Farm, and it is hilarious as well. So pretty fun there. In fact, we might listen to it. Let me just switch out of here, and I'll just get that set up. I could have done it a different way, but hey, this where we're going there. Let me just pause that. I'm going to listen to this video. Now, it is in a small view, but we'll do it. I don't know why I changed screen, but we've done it anyway. So let me just switch that out. And let me go on here. I don't know. Here, we're going to get rid of that. And I just got to add it in differently because I forgot to do that at the beginning of the live stream because I wasn't planning on playing any videos. But let's jump back here. And there we go. All right, so this is Joshua Wu, well-known a Pulsechain community member, also a bit of a comedian as well, and he does this awesome video. So let's scroll us in a little bit there, and we're going to play that. So it's hilarious. This is for Emit Farm.
successful yield farming DeFi platform in the world, and it's not even close. And issuing hundreds of thousands of dollars through his farms. With a 5% fee, 4% goes into a single-sided staking pool and is issued in stablecoin to users. 1% gets burned. $375,000 has been issued to users in the first year. Oh boy. Kairos has been focused on building the protocols, but now it's time for some collaboration. Emit is a $400,000 market cap coin with $228,000 in total liquidity. Emit or eat shit. Emit
All right, so
farm.
you can see that's pretty funny, and I had to play that because that's pretty hilarious there on the old Emit farm. All right, so kind of cool. We also had Max Kane, another Pulsechain influencer out there, did a deep dive into NFTs. Apparently, there's only 27 left out of 555. Now, my question is, what happens after all 555 are taken down, given that Emit Farm's the top farm offering high APR yields? I would say stay tuned. You never know, Kairos. He's always up to something, and I think that's pretty exciting. In fact, let's go see how many are left while we're here. Well, we might as well do it. And we're going to go to the NFT page. So if you want to do farm, go to the farm page here. All the farms will be down here, and single-side staking in the top left there. We'll just have a quick look at that while I'm here. So this is the single-side staking here. You buy Emit and you just stake it in there. That's it. And if you want to go into the pools, those are the pools, and the other ones here provide liquidity on Pulsex V2. You get LP tokens, what's kind of ownership tokens. You put those LP tokens in here and you start earning yield, and you can claim it all day long, just about, I think. So let's go to NFTs though. How many NFTs? 530. So there's only 25 NFTs left, guys. They are $1 million Pulse each, I believe. So and $1 million Pulse at the moment is cheapest chips, right? So cheapest chips. So there we go. That is from Emit Farm, and who knows what they're going to be. You know, there are benefits to them already, but you never know what's going to happen once they're all gone. And they've all got rarity. I think they have rarity factors too. Could be a bit of fun there. So Emit Farm on the move, guys. That's the Emit token. Ends in 427 there. And you can obviously join Telegram. Now, a very important thing about Emit Farm is that they are the only ones that have a consistent Telegram airbot. So you can get registered. I'd say hit Kairos up in the Telegram. Say, hey, I want to join up. Watched it on Superman. You can join up, and you just get constant flows of airdrops all the time. I mean, it just keeps flowing. All projects, and it just all adds up over time. So really great for airdrops if you're into that. So pretty awesome stuff. And definitely follow Emit as well. So high DeFi yield, top farm on Pulsechain. Kairos there really is a master innovator, and of course over a year of sustained high yields on the old Pulsechain. Impressive, right? Impressive there. So they're really cool. All right, the other one we've got, of course, is Brandon. Now, Brandon is in the house, but before we get to that, we've got Crypto Jack's in the house. Smash that like and subscribe. Definitely do that. And Crypto Jack says ZKP and Omega DAO are true only on Pulsechain. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about ZKP coming up. Maybe talking about Omega in the future, so stay tuned for that. And, of course, Renault Regen there in the house there about Hero and Vets. Yes, sir, every quarter, giving out some of those lovely profits to support first responders and the vets. Now, Switch, of course, Brandon is one of our big Pulsechain influencers as well on Pulsechain. And he is running a Switch, which is one of our top DEX aggregators now. You can swap and you can do limit orders, so blue chip protocol on Pulsechain, and this has been expanding every single week. In fact, more and more people are covering it. It's very exciting where Switch is going. So Switch is your gateway to seamless, efficient, and cost-effective decentralized trading experience with access to millions of cryptos, guys, across leading DEXs. Switch delivers cutting-edge tech, which is pretty awesome. Excuse me, and a deep liquidity pool straight to your wallet. So all you have to do is go to switch.win. We're going to click on that quickly. And this is one of our top aggregators. Very cool site there. You can click launch, and you can actually hit the button at the bottom there, and it will switch between Ethereum, Base, and Pulsechain. So it's really multi-chain there, and I'm sure they're going to add more chains over time. But Pulsechain is the place, and you can buy and sell on Pulsechain there. Very cool with the Switch. Switch don't swap, and also they have limit orders, and limit orders becoming very popular as well. So very cool, especially while you're sleeping, apparently. Especially while you're sleeping there. Really, really cool. So that is in the place there. Yeah, so why choose Switch? Obviously, unparalleled liquidity, advanced technology, and true user approach. maximum gains, explore endless opportunities, and simple trading like never before. How Switch works. Now, there's a bit of a breakdown about how it works in here, so you can definitely check that out. Even crypto millionaire Razki, he's got 33,000 followers, just dropped a straight fire honest review about it as well. He says Switch is the multi-chain router for the cheapest trades on Pulsechain. Full limit audit system routes to 20 plus liquidity sources, including OTC, which means over-the-counter platforms. Fastest execution for any aggregator, and this consistently gives the best bang for your buck. Proven in my test swaps. I love the project and team. It'll save you a fortune. So that there is from Razki. A young crypto millionaire, and what's he? I guess an active DeFi trader there. So pretty cool. You can obviously get hold of Switch. I would definitely follow Brandon. Brandon, of course, the founder there, and he's launched a lot of projects, right? A lot of projects you wouldn't even know through his Build the Tech. He's got a developer team, and they build projects for all sorts of people out there, including, I think, for cryptographics with his Unity and Taurus. And many other projects. I mean, he's both on a prolific builder on Ethereum and Pulsechain. So big shout out to Brandon, and a big Pulsechain influencer, as you guys know, OG in the house. So definitely give them a follow. Also on Switch, pretty cool stuff happening there. Very, very neat. So that is Switch there as well. We also got, we talked about Switch, didn't we? Yeah, we talked about Switch. We also got TruDeFi in the house. Now, TruDeFi is doing something different on Pulsechain. If you guys aren't familiar, if you've got the idea of like managed funds approach, well, these guys are kind of doing that, but they've really magicked it up, really gone next level with the stuff. And I did interview them the other day. It was very exciting. And Neil, who's a very well-known, respected Pulsechain member, is in the team. And boy, what a great coverage he did of that. So definitely go check out that video on the channel. During the latest appearance of Superman's Crypto Night show, TruDeFi team delivered an extensive walkthrough of TruDeFi platform plus context on its interplay with the 2x protocol. Now, 2x protocol is basically their 2x miner. The idea is you put Pulse into an auction, you get some shares, and then you start mining, put those to work and start mining to get the 2x in your Pulse volume. So if Pulse ends up going really high in price, you're going to have twice the amount of volume in Pulse by the time your miner matures in the future. Now, you don't know when it's going to happen. It could be a couple of months. It could be 9 months, something like that. But that's the idea. And what they do is they take 10% of the Pulse that goes in the system, and then they go and invest it in top APR farms, a bit like a managed fund, I call it, through their SRE fund. And they're key holders of single-side staking in Emit farm and TruFarm, and they're in a few other platforms like Vouch and others. So that's how they do it, and they bring that capital back, and they start rewarding back to those 2x miners. And then, of course, they've got system miners as well, start taking over the system, and eventually the acceleration and the yield will start accelerating as the system gets taken over. So pretty unique kind of composition there, and a very revolutionary in crypto. And so they're also, on a lot of different farms there, so definitely well worth checking out there as well. The philosophy is clear, says TruDeFi. They defines the current and future DeFi corridor, not just reliable products, but setting trends. They want sustainability through external yield generation. That's a big part of the SRE fund. And it's really kind of the first fund on Pulsechain that goes around and picks off the top tier APR farms and things like that, and goes and invests cornerstone positions. I mean, I think they hold like 25% of the single-side staking, earning some pretty healthy stablecoin rewards there. They push back in the system every single day. So very cool there. Substance over hype. Now, these guys are always talking about executing well. And also they're very partnership driven with partnering with dozens of top teams, both on Pulsechain and other chains as well. So pretty awesome there. So you definitely got to check out that. I would definitely watch the video we did on the channel, on YouTube, on X, with TruDeFi is fantastic. So very cool. So they're doing a lot of stuff, but they've got a lot of things coming. So you can just have a read through of the post here. Now I'm going to post each of these in the chat there as we go. Actually, we might as well do that, shall we? So kind of cool. So we got. Did I get to Emit Farm? I think I did. Where was Emit Farm up here? I don't know where I've put that actually. But they're definitely there, and we'll just keep reading through, I guess, at the moment. So that is TruDeFi there. You can see some of the cool imageries. Gotta love that, right? TruFarm there. Now they have their own farm, right? TruFarm, and it's one place where they get high yield from. And so you can go get high yield from there too on TruFarm. Very cool stuff there. But they've got workshops coming up, by the way. So yeah, I want to cover this quickly too. They're going to have workshops coming up for DeFi. If you want to get educated, you want to find out more about this, these are definitely something to do. And they're coming up as well. And also these guys are not only doing that, but they're also running. Let's just quickly go to the workshops here, actually. But if you want to participate, you can check out all their socials, Telegram, on X, also TruFarms, and of course the DApp there. That's where you want to do your 2x miner. You have to go on the auctions. I'll do a bit of learning there, but they've got 3 winners with $50 in TruFarm token giveaway at the moment. So you definitely want to check that out. Let me post this link in the chat there. So TruFarm a giveaway. If you want to go participate and also get in the workshops, then this is the link there. Bam, there we go. Let me post that now. So we're doing for time now in 10 minutes. Doing pretty well for the time. So that is the link for TruFarm giveaway, and there's a couple of winners there. So get in on it. Get on there. Plus, there's $33 in True 2x shares each winner for registered users owners. You've got to be registered on the TruFarm platform here, but they also have their own farm, right? So if you want to go get high APR, you can go to TruFarms and you can check out the farms there. And they've got all their products in here: True DeFi, True 2x, and the farms. Let's go check the farms. And you can obviously do single side staking on the left here, just like you can on Emit Farm. And you can also do different farm pools as well for high APR. Pretty cool. They've got 600K sitting in there, single side staking. Pretty awesome stuff. APR is at the moment 157%. So definitely check out TruFarm. But you can also check out their 2x miners and this side as well. Big giveaway at the moment. The rules are you must retweet this post, must join Telegram, and that's it. So there we go. Retweet the post and join Telegram. So get in on that, folks, and get out there. Yeah, awesome stuff. Awesome. Loving the giveaways and workshops. Boom. All right. Bam. There we go. All right. So that's in the house there. I think they had the workshop here somewhere, didn't we? We was going to talk about that briefly. Yeah, join the True 2F workshop there. So I would definitely join the Telegram and get in that workshop if you guys want to get the education there. Daniel probably running those along with Neil. Very, very exciting stuff there. All right, so that is True DeFi. Next, we're going to go to Heart with Dog. Heart with Dog, of course, our top anime series on Pulsechain. So let me just find that one. There it is there. Pulse of the Fallen New Characters, Season 2. Alex Becker crashes the Fallen Universe. I gotta love that, right? So exciting stuff. New characters dropping and timeline is on fire. Alex Becker just got anime-fied into Pulse of the Fallen as the ultimate crypto warlord with a razor-sharp mind, savage one-liners, and moves that could flip the entire battlefield. Got to love that. I love that. Picture this legend going full beast mode against the fallen forces. Who else is hyped? Well, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for it. So pretty cool. Season 2 is dropping soon, of course. We're looking forward to that. Pulse of the Fallen Season 2 is officially the biggest anime of all crypto and Web3. It is indeed, and it's on Pulsechain, for goodness sake. Insane new panels, next level story arcs, and pure unfiltered alpha. If you haven't checked out Season 1, go check that out with Hog and his backstory. And of course, all the battles and world domination, everything like that. So cool. And of course, there's a bridging series as well. The Chronicles of Hog, Somi, and Andrew Tate, I think it was. Yeah, so check that out too. So pretty cool. Season 2 is coming soon, though. Hog is the raw power source driving the entire Pulse chain. It is indeed. You can actually buy the Hog token, ends in 2DC there. And of course, you can check out the socials there with Heart with Dog on X and Telegram. Join up the team there. Tell them Superman sent you, and away you go. But we've got a little cool video of the new character there, Alex Becker. That's it there. Looking pretty good. And the little animation here as well.
It's not the algo, it's because your hockey is weak. True power is forged in the depths of the Grand Line. Witness the strength of the greatest swordsman.
Very cool on that, and you can see a little sneak peek of the of Season 2 and other things like that coming up. So very cool stuff there from Pulse of the Fallen. Pretty awesome stuff. All right, so that is kind of cool. Very, very cool there. We've also got Hero, I think we were going to talk about as well. So we've got Hero there. I'm not sure if I think we got the ZKP on here. We had ZKP. Let me see if I can find it here. We've got the ZKP here somewhere. I haven't got ZKP there, but ZKP is definitely there somewhere. We're going to go find it there. But let's go to the Hero first. We've got a Hero. And Heroes on here, back veterans and first responders. Now, obviously, there's a non-profit on Pulsechain. Every quarter, they take some of their profits from trading and they support vets and non-profit agencies. So pretty awesome there. And they also got a lot of farming options too. They're on TruFarm and they're on Emit Farm. So you can do high APR yields for Hero and vets on each of these farms. So, and they look at them, 153 176%, so pretty awesome. And of course, their hero has its own token, and Vets does too, but that's the hero token. It ends in D27. Join up to their socials there, Telegram, Vets and Crypto, and at Vic Nonprofit on X as well. So that's where you want to join up there, and you can see the team is doing pretty well there. I've got a cool video on that one, and also got the farms on TruFarm there, and of course, I think he's SEAL Team 6, the famous special forces team in the United States, took out Osama bin Laden, I think. And there we go, Hero and Vets in there doing great job. So nice work there. Big shout out to the Hero team there. Pretty awesome, right, Paulie? Pretty awesome. And we also got PLS Start. PLS Start from Frank White. Now, if you're after, you're saying, oh, there's so many projects on Pulsechain. I love seeing some of these top farms, top projects that we're covering at the moment, but I want to find out, everything. Well, this is the place to be, and that is PLS Start. Check out the ultimate Pulsechain ecosystem. I would save this to your favorites, and then you can go and check them out. There's obviously DeFi Revolution is unlocking on Pulsechain right now. We've got over 100 projects on here. Pretty awesome. So it's pretty fun stuff. So let's quickly go check out PLS Start. I did a little video on this the other day, but you can see all the projects on Pulsechain. I would really save this to your favorites. So I'm going to post the link in there into the chat there as well. Pulsechain ecosystem map, and map, and this is pretty awesome. So check that out. I would definitely save it to your favorites. Always do due diligence on each link, but Frank does his best to make sure that everything is great. So Pulsechain ecosystem map there is ticking away there, and you can see it's extremely extensive, covering dexes, farms, everything else. It's got it all, right? Pretty awesome stuff there. Look at them all, heaps and heaps. Now, I've got that pretty big, but if I screen it down a little bit there, you can see there's lots of projects. Very cool. So big shout out to Frank White. It's all there, aggregators, wallets, privacy. It's growing at a rapid rate all the time. So there it is. Start.me, isn't it? Start.me. All right, that is pretty cool. Now, let's get back into the mix here. So that is from them, obviously covering dexes, lending, farms, dApps. It's all on PLS Start. And, of course, Frank White, you can give him a follow as well in the community there. And I did a video. You can check that out at the bottom there. That is a clip from my coverage of the whole list of projects there on Pulsechain. Very cool. Very nice. And of course, we have lots of other projects on Pulsechain that we tag, but there is the Kryptonite show there with a lot of the teams. Yeah, so kind of cool. We're in the middle. We're in the middle of it all. We've got the regen in the house there too with the old army and the first responders looking good. Who else has jumped in here? I think that's everything up to date. Now we're going to go to ZKP. Now I'm not sure. Let's go to ZKP here. But ZKP has also got a giveaway. I think we had the giveaway here somewhere, but maybe it's not there. Let me scroll up here and have a look. ZKP. All right, we're going to go to here, and I'm not sure. We're just going to type ZKP, ZKP, and see if that pops up there. Is that the right latest one? I don't know if that's the latest one, actually. Yeah, don't see ZKP, but ZKP's got a giveaway as well. Just trying to see where it is, to be honest. ZKP. Is this one here? April 20th? No, that's not the one. Is that one here? No, 27th? No, it's not that one either. Where is ZKP? What are we up to? We're up to May, right? We're up to May. I'll type May. I don't know if it works as well, but May. May. We'll type May in there as well. See if that comes in. Is that May? 17 hours ago. It's got it there, but I don't know. I don't see it there on that one. Anyway, so we tried our best, but ZKP definitely got a giveaway right now. We'll have a look at that, maybe cover that tomorrow, cover ZKP tomorrow at the giveaway. So there's about $400 worth of giveaways in the monster thread. Pretty awesome stuff. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely do that. ZKP there doing a great job. You buy ZKP, stake it, and you earn ProoveX tokens. And it's been just an absolutely incredible project. First mover to do that, and also the volumes every day, great volumes. Just keep showing out the volumes, and that's another great project from Kairos, and there's other key players in there, I think, in as well. So pretty exciting stuff there for sure. So check that out. We'll probably cover ZKP tomorrow and the giveaway as well. But that is 1 year, guys, of the Pulsechain monster thread. Absolutely incredible. You can see all the awesome news from everybody from the community, widely covered. A lot of top tier teams doing a lot of great things, and a lot of top DeFi teams doing incredible things as well. It's fantastic stuff, and $400 worth of giveaways in the Monster Thread this week. So definitely check it out. TruFarms and ZKP offering that. We'll cover the ZKP tomorrow in depth. So there we go. Let's check out. We're up to an hour and 20 minutes. I guess we've got 10 more minutes to go. So let's check out the what's hot right now on Pulsechain. We're going to go through the top 100. And here we at the moment. We got Wartime. It launched 9 days ago. You got to do your own due diligence. I haven't checked these. Sometimes there are honeypots on the list, so just take note of that. Crypto Solve and other people are great for picking out those. So go check them out if you want to find out about that. But Wartime up to 30% there. Zendog tied into Peacock up 8.5% right now. Pump Tires Die is up 4.5%. Zero from Zero Trust, which we covered in the Monster News, right? Going to the conferences. The consensus one up 4%. What else we got going? Pulsex at the moment is up 3.9% versus USD, and Teddy Bear from James Maria up 3%. Pulse Guy tied into Peacock as well, up 3%. Top Hat tied into Peacock up 3%. So we've got quite a few Peacock peers up there, but I don't see Peacock itself, so I don't know what's going on there, but they're all up. We got Teddy Bear, obviously James Maria, PDC peer there as well, up 3%. World's Greatest Peter Print up 1.7%, so we're dropping down a little bit here at number 15. Mafia coin there from Rack and Michelle at $2.83 at 1.6%. In fact, that's probably getting all-time highs, is it? They got a very small supply, you see, and they got 1,000 voters pumping that up. What else there? We got Ink Token at number 19, up just over 1.25%. Dominance from OG Web Chef, along with World's Greatest Peter Pride Printer, number 20 is at 1%. So we've got 20 coins in the list, trending list here, up 1%. So pretty modest day. We really haven't moved big time, have we? Versus crypto. Bitcoin going over 80K, for example. So still a bit of work to do there. Leacher says Brandon totally bullish. Yeah, on Switch. Yeah, Brandon's doing a great job on Switch. One of our top Dix aggregators now. Ricker Fort there says reposted the stream. Appreciate that. Big thank you for all that. And hey, thanks everybody for all the comments in the chat. We really love that. All right, so say hello to my friend. All right, so we've got DAO Token, one of our top meme coins on Pulsechain at number 21, up just about 1%. Swarm up about 1% as well. It's been up in the top for a while. Ink Token Peer from Richard Hart all the way through to number 28, up about 0.5%, just over 0.5%. We've got a few other mixes in here. Coffee at number 30, up 0.5% there. Stacks at number 30, up 0.4%. And then we got A1A at number 34 as just break even, just above break even there. A1A rap song in the mix there. I don't know, someone's going to make one. And then we've got everything else. So it's about 1/3 of the coins are in the green. Everything else is slightly red, just very slightly. Some of them are pretty much break even. These are all kind of break even. Emit's, essentially break even at $1.37. We covered that, of course. Peacock sitting at 1.22 cents, holding pretty steady. And that is just down slightly there. So Peacock holding there. And I guess that explains why we've got so many Peacock tied in pool pairs up the top here, all slightly leveraging off Peacock. Kind of cool. We're going to come back to Peacock in a minute, but let's have a look down the bottom here and see what's the loser of the day. I'm only playing, of course. SCADA and ICBM, they're together. They're some of the same team, but a profit taking going on there because they've been rallying really well, haven't they? They've been in the top ones. No doubt, they've got to come down and have a bit of profit taking. They're down about 13%, 17% respectively. ZKP, which we were talking about there with the giveaway, they got a $150 giveaway going on. We'll probably talk about that tomorrow. And that is up, that's 11.25% right now on the old ZKP. And then we got John Gotti, that's a Coin Mafia launch token. That's down 8%, but a profit taking that was going up yesterday, remember? So it's down 8%. RhinoFi, we had RhinoFi in the chat here earlier, didn't we? RhinoFi, where's RhinoFi? Back up here. RhinoFi, there we are. There's Derek from RhinoFi. Somewhere up there. Derek is there, and that is down about 6% today. But this has been doing very well. They tied their liquidity into ProveX. It is down a bit today, 0003, but it's done very well on the TruFarms and very well with their 28-day recharging. So keep a lookout for this project. Let's have a look at the ProveX ratio there. Look at that. That's the versus the ProveX ratio, guys. So obviously ProveX is down a bit. But look at that, it's pretty solid. So obviously they really need to hold this 4.88 ratio to Brent Rhino, but other than that, we'll look at that run versus Provex. It's been amazing. So there we go. So you got to look at a bit deeper at the charts. That's pretty much it. Liquid Loans down about 5%. Amiga DAO, which has been a new project launched recently, 8 days ago. Cabal King operating that. I think with Nexian Farms, I think is the underlying tech for that. That is down 4.25% right now. TruFarm sitting at 78 cents. Did we get to TruFarm? Where did it go? TruFarm sitting at 78 cents at the moment, down 4%. But obviously top tier yield on both TruFarm and Emit Farm. 9mm protocol down 3%. 9mm having a bit of a run for quite a few weeks now, and moving a bit early versus Pulsechain, because we haven't yet found a Pulse reversal yet, have we? Which leads us to, where does it go? It takes us to Pulse. Let's go have a look at the Pulse chart. This will be our final update. Yeah, let's see where it is. In fact, I might have one more check actually for the other thing. But let's have a look at the Pulsechain chart. This is not the one I normally use. This is a smaller peer. Let me... where are we on this one? We'll use this one anyway because it's close enough. But we're still trying. No, actually, let's go get the one I use because it's a little bit annoying otherwise. So we're going to go to this one. Is this the one? Damn it! I don't know if it's this the one. No, it's not. I don't know. Third time lucky, guys. Third time lucky. We're doing it live. Where is it here? Oh no, this is the one I use. Okay, that's the one I use. All right, so there we go, and we're on the weekly chart. There we go. All the overlays. We are trying to defend this line here, the 7,000 line. We have got a different pattern going on right now, and we are trying to hold on to this pattern because previously we'd just been coming down. If you look at all the slants, it's kind of all down, not really going sideways very much, going down. I mean, this is a little bit here, you might argue, but actually we've come down, and now we're kind of going sideways. So is this the sign? Is this the bottom? Is this it? We keep a lookout. Not quite there yet, but certainly looking promising. And we're holding that 7,000 mark there. And we want to hold that at minimum for 6 to 8 weeks. We're currently on, I think, week 7. So it would be pretty cool if we can hold this through to mid-May and then start grinding up and following the rest of the market up. Because as you guys know, I'm expecting the stretch ATM printer to start operating tomorrow. And that, I think that's becoming a lead indicator for the markets and forcing other players to come in over the top. So if that plays out like I think it's going to, takeoff time would be great for mid-May. And up we go there is the idea. So kind of cool. Remember the stock PE ratio is still looking comfortable. We did have a strong V recovery, but I think we've still got a pretty strong earnings season. We'll probably have a little bit of profit taking in there, but I think we're on the way up. Now, even though we're on the way up, we are expecting a correction sometime this year, but hopefully that's on a lot higher base, right? So we're up a lot higher, and we get that little profit taking correction and then continue to move on. That's kind of the longer medium term play, as we say. So there we go. Leacher says Vouch is so killer. Yeah, Vouch, the #1 Pulsechain validator liquid staking platform, and its only real competition is Validator X, right, from PlusX, which is from Haunted, another big liquid staking out there. Kind of cool. We're at 50755 now on Pulse. And we've got the RSI down really low, skimming along the bottom for a very long time now. But that maybe we'll get this big orange run here and up and away, looking pretty good. And we also see Richard Hart being pretty vocal. And we also got Liberty Swap being pretty vocal, right? So let's go look for Liberty Swap because I was going to talk about them and I don't want to miss out on all of them. We've still got about a minute and a half. Let's see if we can do Liberty Swap as well. Let's see if we can do it. We'll talk a bit more about the ZKP and their giveaway tomorrow. But we pretty much covered all those. So let's see here who we got. Let's scroll all the way down, see what we got for today. Liberty Swap, of course, is the Kraken project on Pulsechain. They did provide a few little updates around ZK Wallet. So the menu should be allowed all hex stakes. They're going to be expanding a lot of features, enriching that wallet, which is pretty cool. Shield and unshielded tokens of Railgun, on the ZKX wallet, kind of cool. What else here? Good morning, friends. They said 11 hours ago. The lesson from cases like Arbitrum is clear. Systems that don't stay decentralized, permissionless, non-custodial don't endure long term. Pulsechain is built on those principles. So really, Liberty Swap helped leading the way with a lot of other top projects to make Pulsechain the real DeFi chain, right? The freedom chain, the people's chain, as we like to say. So kind of cool. 11 hours ago at the peak of the bull market, Ethereum was just will likely be just as expensive as it was in 2021, no matter how much it has scaled, since it wasn't designed to scale via hardware and instead relies primarily on cold level optimization. Bridging transactions and using Liberty Swap from Ethereum could still incur gas fees in the range of $200 to $600 when we get up to bull market territory. At that point, everything we're now building, like Liberty Swap Connect, Pulsechain, with many other layer ones beyond Ethereum, will make a lot more sense. So there we go. They're building the future out on Pulsechain. Very cool. We got any comments on that? They got some comments, so you can read all through that. We don't have quite enough time now to read through all the comments, so we're just doing the highlights today. Soon everyone will know this. The bridge, the Pulsechain, using the best tech there is on Liberty Swap. That's right. We all know Liberty Swap is building out the frontier of DeFi, and nothing stops this train, says Liberty Swap. It doesn't indeed. Thorchain, of course, is coming to Pulsechain, going to be bridging Bitcoin to the Pulse. Bring it on. Richard Hart talked about that, right? And now Liberty Swap seems to be doing it. So, just another one where Richard Hart talks about and Liberty Swap is doing. I don't know, you connect the dots. I don't know, it's just all pretty crazy. And Bitcoin connection there is going to be fantastic. Buy more ETH and bridge it to Pulsechain. More ETH means more liquidity, more eyes on our chain, more attention to our products. Pretty awesome stuff. 9 hours ago, we're evolving. We will rename our DEX on Pulsechain to a new name, Liberty DEX. This decision comes after reviewing recent trademark concerns and out of respect for clarity and long-term alignment in the ecosystem. We're moving quickly and voluntarily to ensure there's no confusion moving forward. Same mission, same team, strong identity, building continues. So I guess they're moving from Validator X to Liberty X to Liberty DEX, which is cool. And I think it's a lot easier for people to understand anyway. Everyone knows what DEX is. A bit easier there, so probably cool. Bridging over all the ETH over to the Pulsechain. Do it. I'm trafficking ETH to Pulsechain, says Liberty Swap. So get excited. Now, we're expecting the yield product, the big giant yield product, potentially to launch at the end of this week. So keep a look out for that. They're also apparently doing their first major wallet upgrade, and it looks like they're doing a bit of name changes. We were expecting some special things as well. I don't think we've got those yet. So it's coming down the pipeline as well. So Liberty Swap got a lot of work to do, but they're doing it. And look, they had a big tease about July, didn't they? They've been posting July, all since last year. Get the bull market going by July. So I think they're going to have a lot of the ecosystem, at least the base foundation, all ready by then. Who knows whether the Magic Carpet Ride will start then too? Hint, hint. We don't know. It's all lining up for July, and it seems to be fitting pretty well for the markets going. Exciting times. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. 1 year of the Pulsechain Monster Thread, guys. Huge. 52 weeks of the news. Consistency is key, right? And that has been a beautiful thing. Covering all the great people on Pulsechain, females, males, funny people, serious people, whatever. They're all out there, and we've been enjoying it. All the colorful people in the world on the old Pulsechain community. Pretty amazing stuff, including a lot of our top teams and DeFi teams in the Monster Thread. It's been fantastic. And we're going to be starting, I guess, next week, our second year with the Monster Thread. So Monster Thread number 53, etc., all the way up to Monster Thread number 104. That'll be 2 years. So we'll see you there. We'll catch you there, right? Fantastic stuff. And excited about it. So all the teams that are in there, congratulations to all of you. You guys are crushing it. Keep up the great work, and we look forward to talking about your adventure in the future as well. Very exciting times. And a big shout out to Crypto MVS, the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread, as well as a promotional lead from the Crypto Show. He does a lot of hard work in the backgrounds, and really has helped a lot of teams go to the next level as well, with a lot of strategy and promotions and everything else that goes on there. So a big shout out to that. Awesome stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you again tomorrow, and get in on those giveaways. True DeFi has got a farm, $250 I think it was, and ZKP's got one of $150, which we'll probably cover tomorrow in the live stream. So look forward to that. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your day. Pick up those bags, because if it is the bottom of the Pulsechain, it's up only, baby. Up only to the right. And we might have the Bitcoin ATM printer turn on tonight with Stretch. So stay tuned for all that. We'll cover it tomorrow, and enjoy the bull market ahead. It's going to be great. All right, take care, and bye for now.